Hello everybody, and welcome to Ancient Architects. Please subscribe now to get the latest ancient history news and independent research from around the world. Many of you will have seen the subject of this video in the international press just after Christmas, but I thought it would be a good idea to keep a record of new ancient Egyptian discoveries on the Ancient Architects channel, because this is groundbreaking work on the mummy of King Amenhotep I. For those that don't know, Amenhotep was the second ruler of the famous 18th dynasty of New Kingdom Egypt, also known as the Golden Era. There are approximately 10 rulers between him and Tutankhamun, including Thutmose I, Hatshepsut, Akhenaten, originally known as Amenhotep IV, and so on. Amenhotep I looks to have ruled between 1526 and 1506 BC, and was son of the founder of the new kingdom, Ahmose I. His reign is poorly understood because of a lack of documentation. We do know he continued to rebuild Egypt after his father's successes, and he revolutionised mortuary complex design by separating his tomb from his mortuary temple, a trend that continued throughout the new kingdom. The location of his tomb is unknown, but could be tomb KV39 at the Valley of the Kings, or tomb ANB at Dra'Abu el-Naga. On excavation, the latter contained objects bearing his name and also the names of his family, so this one does seem likely. Amenhotep I's well-preserved mummy was part of the Deir el-Bahri cache. During the 21st dynasty, many royal mummies were moved for their protection, including that of Amenhotep I, as well as his father Ahmose I, Thutmose I, II and III, Ramesses I, Seti I, Ramesses the Great, and many more. The cache was discovered in 1881. The mummy of Amenhotep I was still fully wrapped, and it remains that way today, making it one of the few royal mummies to be left alone by modern antiquarians, scientists and archaeologists. But now, the mummy has finally been investigated, not unwrapped with invasive methods, but with a full CT scan, allowing us to see 2D and 3D images of the head mask, bandages and mummy. Amenhotep I has been virtually unwrapped, and Sahar N. Salim of the Department of Radiology at Cairo University has now shared the findings online. We now know that Amenhotep I died at around 35 years of age. His teeth were in good condition with minimal attrition. The heart was not removed, and an amulet was placed over the top. The brain was also not removed. The mummy was wrapped with 30 amulets or pieces of jewellery, including a beaded metal girdle, likely made of gold. There is nothing on the CT scan that indicates cause of death, but there were multiple post-mortem injuries, likely inflicted by tomb robbers, but these were treated by 21st dynasty embalmers. We learn that in the 21st dynasty, the embalmers reattached the head and neck to the body using resin-treated linen bandages. They placed the detached left arm next to the body and rewrapped it, whilst the right arm was still individually wrapped, indicating that this was likely the original 18th dynasty bandaging. The position of the right arm shows that Amenhotep I is the first known New Kingdom mummy with crossed arms at the chest. The mummy's mask is made of cartonnage, which is layers of linen or papyrus covered with plaster, and it has inlaid stone eyes. The digital images have given experts a rare and unique opportunity to see the physical features of the king, to understand the style of mummification of the early 18th dynasty, as well as the work that was done by embalmers in the 21st dynasty, which also included the addition of more amulets. The evidence suggests the reburial of the royal mummies in the 21st dynasty was genuine goodwill by the priests of the era. A lot of care and attention went into the repairing and rewrapping of the remains of Amenhotep I, and of course the hiding of the dozens of royal mummies. As we know, they remained hidden until 1881, so the priests of the 21st dynasty did succeed. And if it wasn't for them, it's likely the remains of all these royal family members would never have been discovered. I've left a link to the Frontiers in Medicine website so you can read the full report by Sahar and Salim, co-authored by Dr. Zahi Hawass, where they go into a huge amount of detail concerning the skeletal remains, the mummification, the damage and the repairs. I'll do a separate video on the Deir el-Bahri royal cache in the near future, which really is a fascinating subject, so please subscribe to the Ancient Architects channel and click the bell icon for updates. Thank you very much for watching this episode of Ancient Architects. If you enjoyed the video, please subscribe to the channel, please like the video, and please leave a comment below. Thank you very much.